Hello, Miss Nicole with Remax Momentum. How are you doing
Hey,
today?
fantastic. How are you, Christy?
I am wonderful. We are going to be talking about buying a home is a significant investment, and saving money during the process can make a big difference. You ready to talk about that a little bit?
I'm ready. Let's go.
So one of the ways to save is to improve your credit score. Before you can come to a mortgage loan originator before improving it, but if you can before we pull it, that would even be even better. So some of the reasons why you want to improve your credit score is that it does have a factor of getting you a better interest rate. So once you have a better interest rate, you can save thousands of interest on your mortgage each year. So you want to pay your bills on time and you want to keep your credit card balances low. And when we say low, there is a good rule of thumb to get an okay credit score, 30% balance, but to really ramp it up is a 10%. So what I mean by that, Nicole, is if somebody has $1,000 line of credit on a credit card, and they go and buy groceries nowadays of $200. Let's just pay back $100 of that, as long as that's your minimum payment or more. Pay that back the next month and keep $100 payment. I know it sounds silly because you're going to pay interest on that extra $100. It is a catch-22, but the credit report is what I tell my kids, Nicole, is it's just like a report card when you're going to school. The creditors and the people that are going to lend you money want to make sure that you're utilizing your credit responsibly. So one of the ways is to have credit and you're paying it back responsibly. So
You have
thousand
that
dollar,
revolving credit.
yep. So $1,000 credit. Did that pop up? I'm just curious now. Did
Nope,
it come up? Nope. Okay.
nope. Nothing pulled
Technology.
up on this side. Here's one of the
Oh,
joys of watching our videos. We are not scripted. We are live doing this, and technology is not always our best friend. So you get some humor and comedy in the video of our videos. So
you'll
enjoy,
you never know. We might do bloopers one of these
right?
days. And so
Ooh,
we'll just cut
love
them
that.
out. We got to figure it out. So improve your credit before so you can get the best interest rate possible. Get pre-approved for a mortgage. So let's jump back to you, Miss Nicole. When you get a call from a potential client that wants to go buy a house, what are some of your steps?
So the biggest step is asking potential buyers, where are they at in their buying process? Are you brand new? Is this your first phone call? Have you gone to a few open houses? Have you looked at other homes? Are you a first time home buyer? Have you purchased before? Seeing where that person is in their purchasing process, because a lot of people nowadays, much different than when I got my license 13 years ago, um, a lot of people do their home buying search online. So they'll get a lot of their questions answered and virtually see properties and all of that stuff. So they'll kind of get that ball rolling. But one of my next questions before we even go out and look at properties is if that person has been pre-approved. And I know we have talked about this in other videos, and we might do another video in regards to this, the difference of being pre-qualified and pre-approved and how that makes a difference, especially going into our spring market, how that will hugely make a difference when you go to submit an offer. But I definitely do in that first conversation ask, have you been pre-approved yet? So you know what price point you are at or where you want to stay at looking for a property. So let's just say, I have a buyer who is pre-approved for $350,000. We won't necessarily go look at homes at $350,000. There's a lot of things to account for within that payment. There's your HOA, when writing offers, if you're going over, there's a lot of little things. We'll segue that to a different conversation. But what I want to get back to is I don't ever want to show someone a home that is completely out of their budget. Because what happens, and it can happen time and time again, is you walk into an open house that is, let's say, a $500,000 house, and you only qualify for a $300,000 house. Now, everything that you look at that's in your price range, you're going to compare it to that $500,000 house. I guarantee you there are going to be features or things that stand out, or the layout or upgrades or countertops or fixtures. You're not going to see that maybe in that level or the homes that you're looking at that are available right now. So highly recommend getting pre-approved before you actually go out and start looking at these properties, because you don't want to get your heart set on something that you're not going to be able to obtain. That's just going to make it a devastating process for you. And we don't want to have anyone heartbroken. We want everyone to be happy and smiles and loving and moving forward into their homes. So huge thing for me,
Yeah,
making
it's such
sure that
an
you,
emotional
it's
process when
huge.
buying a home. So
Absolutely.
run
And it's
high.
the biggest purchase of your life is purchasing a home. It's the largest investment, biggest purchase, and it's hugely investing into yourself. So you want to make sure that your emotions align. We don't want to get you over emotional for something, that you're not going to be able to get. So we want to make sure, and that's with working with a professional realtor, as well as Christy as the professional lender, making sure that we keep you on that path and help keep everything checks and balances, and everyone just stays great going through it. But yeah, that's pretty much the biggest thing for me in those first conversations.
Yep, to understand how much you can afford and give an advantage in negotiations with the sellers. So that is one thing that you can expect working with me as your mortgage loan originator, is that we do loan consultations. So
Mhm.
I can get your financial picture and go over with you different options, because at the end of the day, you're making the payment, and I just want to be able to educate you with what programs and products are available so you can make the best determination for you and your family. So
Yep.
great. We've gone over improve your credit score, get pre-approved for a mortgage. So next is for looking at government programs and incentives. Right now, if you are a first-time home buyer, there are a lot of programs that are out there. There's programs with $1,000 down. Even if you're not a first-time home buyer, there are a few out there. So talk to myself or another licensed mortgage loan originator. Again, I can help you in Colorado, New Mexico, and Florida. So those are good. Yep, the three. When they talk about government programs, there are three. That is FHA, VA, and USDA. And then reverse. Reverse mortgage is a government program because it is backed by FHA as well. So there's those four. Avoid making big purchases before closing. You have any fun to tell
So the
about that
biggest
before?
thing, I mean, as an agent, you hear lots of horror stories. I'm sure there are agents out there who, are watching this who've gone, oh, I've been through this, unfortunately. And I myself, Christy and I have been through this, where we have had clients who have racked up credit card bills. They're buying that furniture before they close to move into the home. Hold off on that. You can go look in, put furniture on hold. Do not make any of those purchases, because then that's all stuff that has to be reassessed and can possibly delay closing. Do not, I highly recommend, do not purchase a new vehicle in the process, especially when you are under contract. If you're looking to make any of those bigger purchases, I highly recommend after you purchase your house, because those can not only delay closing, they can affect your DTI ratios. They can make it to where you no longer qualify for that home, and you actually can lose or fall out of contract because you no longer are able to afford that payment on that home. Even though you have a nice new shiny car, you now no longer have a house with the garage to put it in. So any of those large purchases, up to and including co-signing. I've heard stories in the past where actually someone went to go close on the property for themselves, and in with talking in with the closer, they had co-signed for their daughter on another property the week prior, so that closing got terminated right there. That person couldn't purchase because they couldn't qualify holding both mortgages. So including credit cards. So hold off on any big purchases, co-signing, anything like that. Once you're under contract, wait till after closing. All of those factors are huge because there are times and instances where your DTI, you're right in that middle point, and even a couple $100 purchase can kind of push you over that edge and can affect you in those ways. So just hold off on those. We never want to be one of those horror stories that people talk about that, someone purchased something or did something and you fell out of contract and the property had to go back on the market. That's just not the way we want to go, and that's not how we do business. So we highly educate you each step of the way. We hold your hand the whole way, and kind of coach you and guide you on not doing those things till after you have the keys to your beautiful home.
Yep, those are great points because I'm a mortgage broker. I'm not the lender that lends the money. So the lender does have the right to recheck your credit and your financial situation before closing. That also means verifying that you're still working where you said you worked. So please be open and honest in all areas with your licensed mortgage loan originator. They do have your best interest at heart, because some of these stories Nicole is talking about is like when the notary at the title company asks certain questions, and if this conversation comes up, he or she has to back away and tell the information to the lender. And that's when these closings get canceled, void, nulled and void, and so forth. So there's your earnest money involved. You've already paid for an appraisal. A lot of things go into place. So just be patient. Once a licensed mortgage loan originator pulls your credit, be status quo till, like Nicole says, to get the keys in your hand. Then you can continue life the way you
Yeah.
always have.
And just one sidebar to that, just be honest and upfront with everything at the beginning of the process.
Yeah.
I can't tell you, over the years that Christy and I have done business, there have been a few instances where people have not been fully honest, and everything does come out with pulling credit, accounts and, DTI, all the stuff that she does, or even just conversations with, going out with buyers and looking at properties and stuff. Things do come up. So just be honest and fully transparent. We do not judge anything, but it ultimately will affect you in the long run. So if we know all of the pieces up front, we can better assist you and go on the correct path to move you forward to being pre-approved and then up to getting the keys at the closing table for your property. So just be honest with us. We'll be completely, fully transparent and honest with you. And maybe the first path that we start on isn't the right one and doesn't work out, but we will find another venue or another path to make sure that we can make you a homeowner. We'll get you there.
Yeah, absolutely. So that comes to our last point before our video wraps up, is to work with a real estate agent. So a knowledgeable real estate agent can help you navigate the home buying process and negotiate the best deal on your behalf. So look for an agent like Nicole Evanhart with Remax Momentum that will have your best interest in heart, and her expertise is what you're joining. So any other thoughts or to that, Miss Nicole?
No, I can't really think of anything else. Just like we've said it time and time again, just reach out to us. You're not wasting our time. We love giving our knowledge and helping someone, even if you're not ready right now. Let's just say you're just barely getting started and you're looking to purchase a home like in 6, 10, 12 months. We can still help you. We can still guide you on both sides of the transaction, on the lending and on the real estate side. We can help you, guide you. So then when you are ready to pull that trigger and move forward, we have all the little ducks in a row and we have everything that we need to take that next step for you to move forward. So please just reach out to us. No hesitations whatsoever. All it's going to cost you is a few minutes of your time. Reaching out to us, and we love sharing our knowledge. I love having conversations or coffee appointments. It's kind of our favorite thing to do, is to get out of the house and meet new people. So if you would love having a coffee appointment and just want to see what your scenario looks like and just lay the cards out on the table, and let's have those conversations and see how we can make you or someone become a future homeowner. We'd love to help.
So comment below, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel with others that can help, because next week we're coming back to talk about rent versus buying. So there's going to be lots of discussion about that. So can't wait to hear. So if you have any questions, like Nicole said, comment below or give us a call. And if you know any family members, friends, or coworkers that are looking to buy, sell, or refinance, please start a text message with us and introduce them. Until next time, Nicole, thanks for your expertise.
Absolutely.